Where's your license? Your license?
You have your driver's license.
Kaya.
You have your driver's license. Doggy, pwede ba meron yung license mo, Doggy? Sir, yung aso po, walang lisensya, sir.
Ano na yan? Multigab?
Yes, sir. Yung driver po, yung aso, sir, nasa loob po eh. Dalawa po sila, kasama yung asawa po. Is this your license? Ha? Is this your license? Oh, para hindi ka mato, ha? Next time, huwag ka rito magpa-park. Bawal, ha? Hindi ka pwede mag-park dito. Huwag sa bangketa, bawal, ha?
Driver yan?
Sir, ito po license, sir. Hey, ikaw ang nagdadrive, sabihan mo yung asawa mo, ha?
Oo.
Ito, you can pay here sa Bayad Center. Hey, come here, Bayad Center. Saka GCash, ha?
Hindi kayo may lisensya na maayos, oy.
Ah.
Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're on R10 issuing tickets to what they consider to be illegally parked trucks. If there is a driver, they can show their license and only take a ticket. If there's no driver, it could get towed away. They have around 30 plus tow trucks with them. Aside from the MMDA issuing tickets, you've also got the MTPB, and it looks like they are calling in for towing, so maybe the driver doesn't have a license. The amazing thing is they installed their home under the flyover, but they still managed to get signal cable connected. Incredible, right? Maybe that's their prepaid kit. According to enforcers, this truck doesn't have a driver, so the towing crew hooking up now. This truck had a driver, but he doesn't have a license anymore because it was confiscated by the LGU enforcer and they gave him a ticket. The idea is that you pay that ticket, get your license back, but he didn't, so it's considered as driving with invalid license, impoundable. That's why the towing crew are hooking up underneath. You'll see one of the tow trucks leaving now with a truck being pulled behind. And there goes another one. They might take these to Pasay instead of Marikina. I'll have to verify. Usually trucks are taken to HK Plaza in Pasay for impounding. There goes one more, and yes, I verified they're going to HK Plaza in Pasay City. So one more truck over here being ticketed. I guess it might also get towed, although there's so much stuff underneath it. A lot of these trucks look like they haven't moved for days, could be weeks, I'm not sure. You'll see these ladies walking in the road because you've also got obstructions like this on the sidewalk. Who knows how long this has been here? Could be weeks, months, years, and it's just left here to rot and rust until eventually it gets repaired, I guess. They just stopped this rider, substandard helmet, no shoes, no plate. He does have a license though, so it will just be a ticket. There goes another tow truck. It's pulling that closed van, and then you've got another tow truck here pulling this one. It's going to be very difficult to blur all of this. This rider was flagged down for the slippers. From the look of his eyes, I'm guessing there won't be a license. And there you go, he just told enforcers he doesn't have a license, so they're asking him to push it over to the tow truck. The local enforcers are making a huge chain of impounded tricycles. But in the past, the tricycle drivers told me it's only 500 pesos to get it back, even if you have no registration, no license, whatever other violations. So that's why I don't really get that interested in those apprehensions. This tricycle parked on the sidewalk is likely to get impounded by the MMDA. It's not only tricycles and motorcycles and trucks, it's also private cars like this one over here. This rider was apprehended because he has no shoes, no helmet, and he said he doesn't have a license. So the motorcycle will also be impounded. Here you'll see a small child on the front of the motorcycle, no crash helmet. Mummy has substandard helmet, very dangerous. The penalty for substandard helmet is actually 3,000 pesos. I can see them flagging down that rider. The driver has a substandard helmet and the lady on the back doesn't have any helmet, plus slippers. This tricycle is considered to be illegally parked. Impossible to apprehend via non-contact, of course, because that's obviously not an LTO issued license plate. The MMDA Western enforcers are writing out tickets now to these tricycles. As always, if there's a driver and they can show a valid license, it's just a ticket. I don't know if these tricycles are really moving They look like they might be abandoned here on the sidewalk. You can write a ticket out to the license plate, but if they're not renewing their registration, it means nothing. There are signs like this, no parking, clamping zone. But look at the mayhem of wires running around here. And then with the electrical tape, you would wonder about jumpers. In comes the tow truck now, because most of these tricycles, there's no driver. You can see these elderly people walking in the road. They're just taking this tricycle away now. One of the enforcers was actually sick a moment ago, and I was thinking, what caused him to be like that? And then I walked close to this. Oh my gosh. I'm not joking, I can't get closer than this. It smells like rotting fish, dead animals. It's absolutely awful. Even dead bodies don't smell this bad. My goodness, this is terrible. No wonder he was sick. Since the tow truck is full already, what they'll do is tie a bar to this final tricycle, and then they'll have someone sit on it and control it while it's being pulled behind the tow truck. It's not that unusual. There's some kind of lock on this water pipe, which they're cutting off now. I would assume that what they're doing is okay. I don't know about that stuff. So apparently their water was disconnected and the lock was installed. And the lady with the red hat is allegedly from Manila, and they lost the key dial. So they're just cutting off the lock so that the family can have their water again. And I would wonder, how long has this garbage been here? Surely that's not just a couple of days. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe they really create this much waste every day, but there's tow trucks everywhere I look. Oh my goodness, how am I going to blur all of that? It's going to be a headache.
Paikot na po yung scope namin, yung sidewalk clearing operation scope namin, pag dumating po yan, sila po magtatanggal. So, kung gusto nyo po ano yan, gamitin, ipagtigla po sunod, kayo na magalit. Kasi yung kami, kukumpis kayo namin yan.
They kept advising people, please remove your obstructions, your tarps. A lot of people didn't listen. They told them if the SCOG team come in, they will confiscate items. Because of course later in the day, people will set up canteens, vulcanizing shops, car washes, all on the sidewalk. And it will encourage people to park here, and that will add to traffic. This lady's unhappy about having this item confiscated. They were here for a long time telling people, please move your stuff. Bong even got the megaphone and told them, if you don't remove your stuff, it's going to be confiscated. The lady's also complaining that they're not taking away the basura or the garbage. That's the job of the city garbage collectors, not the MMDA. They're not going to sweep up all this junk. Who put it here anyway? Obviously it's the residents and their customers. So why should the government have to clean it up in the first place? They should be the ones to clean it up. Anyway, the team are putting what they consider to be garbage here, so at least when the city garbage collectors come in, they can take it all away in one go. Just look at this. This is what they're dealing with. Where does electricity come from? On a sidewalk? Well, you probably know already, right? What I've noticed in this area also is that when people need a ride, they just jump on the back of a random truck. I have seen people apprehended before because they had a passenger riding on the back of the truck. But while the driver, because it's his license that will be penalized. The MMDA made a U-turn and there's a lot of tricycles parked here again, so they are being ticketed. If there's no driver, they'll be impounded. There's also this motorcycle here. Probably the drivers already came out earlier and moved them before the MMDA could capture them. And then they thought, okay, MMDA's gone, we can bring it back again. This guy just came running out, jumped on his tricycle and tried to drive away forcefully. They're asking him for his license first. There's no plate on the back either, so if he was successful in forcefully escaping, they wouldn't be able to track it down. I know you might say, oh, there's a number there. You think the toter is going to help you if you ask who the driver is. This one is about to be ticketed. Most likely it will be towed away because the people here said it's not operating. It cannot be driven. It's a stored vehicle. And there's the tow truck now. They'll just hook up the bar and then pull it away. I guess this might go to Tumana Marikina since it's not a truck. 5 peso car wash. But what's the effect on the economy when you block all the trucks because of parked vehicles.